All right, welcome. Today we're going to dig into a concept that's, well, kind of hiding in plain sight, powering just about everything you do online. It's called open source, but what in the world does that actually mean?
So just think about it for a second. The internet you're on right now, the operating system on your phone, even the most cutting-edge AI, they seem like totally different things, right? But believe it or not, they all share a kind of secret ingredient, this one piece of common DNA. What could possibly tie them all together?
And there it is. The answer is open source. It is the invisible engine driving so much of the tech we use every single day. It's really the key to how we innovate all over the world.
So we know it's a big deal, the engine behind everything. But let's break it down. What does open source really mean when you get right down to it?
You know, at its heart, the idea is actually super simple. Open source is all about software where the source code, the actual instructions a programmer writes, is available for anyone to see. And it's not just about looking at it. You have the freedom to take that code, to change it, to solve your own problems, and even share your new version with other people. The whole thing is built on this idea of community and working together.
And this is a whole different world from what we might think of as traditional software. On one side, you've got open source, which is all about being public, collaborative, and easy to modify. And on the other, you have closed source or proprietary software. Here, the code is a secret, it's restricted. It's kind of like the difference between a car with its hood welded shut, a total black box, versus a car with the hood up, a full set of tools right there, and a bunch of mechanics eager to help you out.
Now, this idea of working together out in the open, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere. The story behind it is actually woven right into the history of the internet itself.
The whole spirit of this thing goes way back to the 50s and 60s. Researchers building ARPANET, which, was the parent of our modern internet, they absolutely relied on open collaboration and peer review to make any progress. That spirit got a real name in 1983 when Richard Stallman kicked off the GNU project and the whole free software movement, which was all about user freedom. Then, fast forward to 1998, and the name we all use today, open source, was officially born with the Open Source Initiative.
So, you probably noticed I just said free software and open source. And that difference is actually really, really important because it's where a lot of people get tripped up.
Christine Peterson, the person who actually coined the term open source, she put her finger right on the problem. The word free in English is tricky, right? Does it mean free of charge, like a giveaway, or does it mean free as in liberty and freedom? That confusion was actually holding the whole idea back, especially when it came to business.
And this is the brilliant little phrase the community came up with to make it crystal clear. Free as in freedom, not as in beer. It was never about making all software cost $0. It was about liberty. The freedom for you to actually control the technology you use.
And in that very same year, 1998, something huge happened. Netscape, which was a giant company back then, decided to release the source code for its web browser. That project became Mozilla, which eventually gave us things like Firefox and Thunderbird. This was a massive deal. It was a huge vote of confidence that proved the open source model wasn't just some abstract idea. It was a seriously powerful way to build great software.
Okay, so that's the history, that's the philosophy, but how does this all work in the real world today? How do you turn open into a successful way of doing things?
Well, companies like Red Hat have built their entire business on a model that looks pretty much like this. It all starts with a project created by the community. The company then jumps in and makes it better. They beef up security, they squash bugs, they add features that big businesses need. But here's the magic part. They contribute all of those improvements right back to the original project so everybody benefits. It creates this amazing positive feedback loop where customers' needs then help steer what happens next.
And we're not talking about some niche little process here. This exact model is what powers some of the biggest, most important tech projects on the planet. I'm talking about Linux, the operating system that runs a huge chunk of the internet servers, and Kubernetes, which is now the gold standard for managing modern software applications.
So clearly this model works, and it works on a gigantic scale. But why? Why has it been so successful? What's the real hands-on value of deciding to build things out in the open?
Oh, the benefits are just massive. And they really come down to two things: quality and freedom. The quality is better because of transparency.
You can literally see what the code is doing. And reliability, because you have this global community of experts constantly kicking the tires and making it better. But for a lot of people, the biggest thing is the freedom. You get the flexibility to tweak the code for your exact needs. You avoid what's called vendor lock-in, so you're never trapped with one company. And you're not just buying a product, you're plugging into a global brain trust of collaborators.
So, it's pretty clear, right? This move from keeping secrets to sharing our work has completely rewritten the rules for how we build technology. It's made things better, safer, and way more accessible for all of us. And that leaves us with one last really fascinating question to chew on. If this model of open collaboration could totally revolutionize software, what else could it change next?